Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another podcast from 221B Gaming. And today we're going to talk about the Microsoft E3 conference. With us again is Aaron Levi and Chris. Chris is only going to be here for a short while, so he's going to talk about Halo Wars for us. And yeah, he's going to open the thing for us. Say hi, guys.
What's up? Hey, welcome to another stream. Welcome to another stream. As they said, I'm only here for a short amount of time, so I'm just going to keep it brief about Halo Wars. Big reveal for me. They're excited. Been waiting years for this. It's basically the same aspects as Halo Wars 1, if any of you's played it. The same overhead strategy, nice big battlefield, create your troops, keep everything, attacking the enemy base, keep it constant. The only difference with Halo Wars 2 is the setup towards the game. Right, in the game itself, you used to plant generators, and it'd say like power level 1, 2, 3 or 4, depending on how many generators you had. Now, your generators don't necessarily do that. They accumulate power over time. Now, it's set after Halo 5, which, to me, I would have thought they would have carried it on straight away after Halo Wars 1. Because if any of you played the Halo Wars 1, I don't want to reveal any spoilers, so you know what happened at the end of that. You know exactly why I'm thinking that.
Perfect.
Like I said, same aspects. You build your army, you fight the enemy team. It can either be done in campaign or multiplayer. It's mainly, to me, it's more of a campaign-based game. I'm not slating the multiplayer. I mean, the beta right now, as I'm playing, it's a good beta, a bit slow. You got a placement in the leagues again. I'm not sure what the placement entails, but 10 games you get a placement, either ranging probably from bronze to platinum. Luckily enough, got into platinum. Yeah, nice. Not too much, but platinum. But yeah.
So
the Ultimate Edition of this game, go on.
I was going to say, what's the
Baird and I will go left. You two take right.
You got your standard edition, which is you pre-order or you buy in store, which usually gets nothing but the base game. But as I've looked into it, the standard edition actually it gives us something called Welcome to the Ark, which allows you to see exciting first battles between the Banished and the UNSC, which is quite interesting. And the ultimate, for starters, that'll be £49.74. Don't know why they added the 74 pence, don't know why they didn't make it almost £50, but hey ho, they're pricings. The ultimate edition will be £65, and that includes a season pass, which gives us 6 months of content in regular updates, with new characters, units, power-ups, maps, campaign missions, like a lot. Only that. It is. I mean, you don't really see that with many games. I mean, look at Division have started doing that quite a lot. I'm quite happy with that. For those who want Halo Wars a lot sooner, I'm sorry to say that Halo Wars won't be out until February 21st, 2017.
Yeah. Okay, so how long?
Right now,
the beta is live. How long is it on for? Do we know?
I think it's just a week.
Beta itself, yeah, it's only on for a week, so you've got till probably, I think they said somewhere in the 22nd, I think it was, to play this beta.
Well, that's not
You've got as much time as you can.
Experience it quickly and know that
These guys are
a
almost
fair
as
amount of
big
time
as you,
that
Cole.
any little tweaks can be made in good time.
Yeah.
What are the graphical upgrades like?
Graphical upgrades, it's a lot smoother. Halo Wars 1, obviously, with it only being older generation technology, like,
Save us for
I went on
later.
it recently, got a little bit of an update to play it on, the Xbox One,
You think I'm
and
kidding?
comparing the two,
I think you're
they've done so much to it. It's more of a beautiful environment. It just feels coming into the battle. Half the time I'm either, pushing my troops to one area while I'm on the other side of the map looking at something like, oh, the detail is beautiful. They really have increased how the troops look as well.
I never played the first one, but I do think I'm getting more into real-time strategy.
I know my
Oh,
brother
I-
played it. He was big into it, I think.
Oh, I mean, if you played, you know, like, best way to explain it is that if, you know, people who haven't played, you know, this kind of strategy, Command and Conquer. You don't understand your Command and Conquer stuff. But yeah, it's basically the same as that, but Halo, and well, I'm not saying it's the same, obviously, but it's the same idea.
Yeah.
Overhead, building troops, commanding, taking over the map, winning.
Cool.
So overall, you're happy with the beta as it's going anyway. And the
Yeah, you
prospect of what's
definitely
coming.
sound happy.
Oh, I'm loving this beta. It's amazing, but they definitely could have done a bit more with the beta in terms of starting it up. I'm probably not the only person who's had issues when you start the beta up. There's click A to continue. You click A, you spend 20 minutes looking at a black screen until you realise it ain't loading. Yeah. But other than that, you know, the issues with loading, the entire actual getting into the game itself, finding a game, maintaining the strength of the game lobby, it's perfect. I've had no issues whatsoever.
Oh yeah!
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice!
Happy with
Well, if anyone does want to get into beta now, I suggest doing it really quick because it's only domination, but that domination game mode on one map, I've become pretty much a master at it already. You just take over your side of the map straight away. Problem solved. You've won the game. I've won 8 out of 10 games that I've played.
what you got.
Would you put that down to experience or what?
I would
Trying to sound bits.
I would not put that down to experience at all because I never played, and this is going to sound bad, I never ever played online on Halo Wars 1. Not because I didn't want to, but at the time when I was playing it, I didn't have Xbox Live, so it was new to me, and I was like, oh, I don't want to, I don't feel comfortable. So this is just pure building on and
New
observing the map.
territory, like,
Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, you know. Recommendations, you know, get the game.
Definitely a big announcement.
What I'd rate it.
Personally,
Oh, aye.
definitely a fan favourite for Gears of the Halo.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, this got me, and I don't, you know, once again, I'm not slagging off any Halo games here, but this got me more excited than Halo 5 did. I mean, Halo 5 Guardians, in my opinion, was a flop. It was better than Halo 4. That was a massive flop, but, you know, two different types of games, Halo 4 and 5 being first person, Halo Wars 2, over the head strategy. Just, you know, yeah.
Cool.
I enjoyed it.
You're good to go!
Yeah, everyone has their own opinions, you know. I'm not saying you're wrong or out, you are, but, you know, it's your opinion.
You are.
Could that be a nerd?
No worries,
Good
right?
info, man. That's some good intel.
Cheers.
You did
Look forward to seeing the rest of it,
research
like,
on that.
you know. I don't know, I mean, it's my game. That's all I can say, it's my game.
Cool.
Right, well, I'm going to head off. I shall hope the podcast goes fantastic for you guys. I'll watch the rest of it tomorrow when I wake up.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us.
Right.
Thanks, Chris.
Been a pleasure, guys.
You
Cheers.
gotta get
See you
out
later.
of here. And if you got a plan, let's hear it.
I know somebody
Okay.
who lives out here. He's got a vehicle.
So,
It's a piece of crap junker.
first of all,
it runs.
as you can see, we are playing Gears of War
know one
Ultimate
of these
Edition in the
stranded guys?
background.
Yeah. There's a
Usually
camp
when
up
we do
ahead.
these podcasts, if we do gameplay, we like to play a game
what,
made
you
by
hang out with
the company in
Stranded?
question.
I don't hang out,
And,
dickwad. I'm looking for someone.
Obviously, Gears of War has
Shut
been
up there.
a big name for
What?
Microsoft, so
What'd I
that's
say? I'm sure
decision we
there's
made.
some nice Stranded, maybe.
so yeah, we're going to move on to next topic, Aaron, which is
Hardware announcement.
yeah, Xbox One S Slim.
Yep. So they announced a new console. Well, new updated console. Let's call it. White.
I believe it's Robot
Irks
White,
me.
according to
I fucking hate white. But whatever. You know what I mean? It's 40% smaller than the original Xbox One. It's got its power brick stored inside the console itself. It doesn't support Kinect natively. That's something to mention. You will have to buy a USB dongle if you currently have Kinect and want to continue using it if you update your console. Comes with an IR blaster, a physical power button.
And there's 3 bundles.
It's 3 bundles.
Three
So
bundles.
I've got some pricing here. So far the only release date announced is August this year, but that's for the 2 terabyte launch edition. That'll set you back £350 in the UK or $399 or euro in America and Europe respectively.
Yeah. Aaron, come down here.
That I mean that's the price of the original Xbox One without Kinect. So that with the 2 terabyte is pretty good, and in that bundle you're going to get obviously the new Xbox One controller with a 3.55mm jack. It's Bluetooth enabled. It comes
Yeah.
with there's texturized grips on the handles.
Yep.
So the other ones, although we don't have a release date, basically we're going down in increments. So you can get a 1 terabyte model for £300 or €349 a dollars, and you can get a 500 gigabyte edition for £250 or €300 a dollars respectively. Another thing to note is you can stand the new console vertically, but it's only the 2 terabyte edition that you get the vertical stand in, and the other 2 editions it'll cost €20 a dollars or £15. It doesn't say here, but I assume that's probably the price.
Yeah.
That's the price of what it's there. Worth noting that if you do want an original Xbox at the minute, they can put way down. So the cheapest about is about £205.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of good deals on it. Minute.
Yeah. So they talked a lot about this console. Basically, it's not a power upgrade. It's a reduction in size, with a few new additions to it. Obviously, with the controller's now Bluetooth enabled, so you can use it to a PC and stuff. The Xbox comes with a built-in IR blaster, so you can start from other peripherals like your TV and all, like you could with the Kinect IR blaster. That's built in. And Phil Spencer was very clear on that it's not a boost for gaming in general.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want anybody to think that the Xbox One S offers a performance boost for Xbox One games. That's why we said HDR on screen, and that's what we want to be explicit about. Outside of that, you should expect Xbox One games to run exactly the same. So for people that don't know what HDR is, it's high dynamic range, and you have to have it downloaded. It allows for visuals to display a richer array of colours across the entire spectrum. That means stronger blacks, stronger whites. They're basically more true to life colours.
Yeah.
I mean, the console looks good. I don't necessarily like white, but that's personal
I'll take
preference.
that.
I think
I
they just
like
went
white.
white maybe
I
to
prefer
differentiate it.
If they could do a green and white console,
Yeah.
I'd be happy.
I just think they should have went a bit mad. They should have made a fucking, a silver or a, cyan
Chrome.
console, something with
Yeah.
a splash color. Yeah, something, mad. Or even just like make it with, a decal on it or something. Or ship
Yeah.
fucking decals, put the stickers in the box that you can customize it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good deal. If you, I don't see anyone with the current, the original Xbox One we're playing on right now. I don't see anyone really upgrading. Maybe some people will. I don't have that type of money to throw around for what is a minimal upgrade.
Yeah.
Although,
People have the money.
I mean,
I don't think they'll hold it.
yeah,
Especially
for collectors, will definitely get it.
the size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see the reasons to get it. If I didn't have an Xbox and I was thinking about buying one, I might look into it,
come here.
And some people are already sold on it. Where are you upstairs? Oh, you're
I'm
down.
hiding.
I look like you know these from memory. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gears fan.
Eric
That's my
Gasman.
game. The worst can be Chris's. Gears is mine.
yeah.
Yeah, all in all,
Yeah,
it's,
no,
I,
I
think
mean,
it's, I think it's a great
It's still
console.
coming. This is
It's a good announcement. It's, you know what I mean. They should, now with that 2 terabyte model, they should look at scrapping the production of the original Xbox.
Keep moving.
You know what I mean? That should be the base Xbox that they're selling from here on out. You know, there's no reason to upgrade if you don't have to. It's just another option. An option should always be given options, you know.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
pretty much it with the Slim. I mean, good again to have options.
Yep, I think that's it.
Ow.
On the only thing, the only other thing I noticed in the design
You're good to go.
was the USB has been taken off the side and put in the front now, which I love because I use all my USB ports and there's a wire sticking out the side of the console. It does get in the way with my setup.
Yeah.
I think at the front it's a lot
Yeah.
more efficient.
Good to go.
But and
There's a video
also
on
the
YouTube. Go on, sorry.
the power button's a button as well. It's not touch.
Yeah, I said that at the start. Yeah, it's a physical button because apparently people had serious fucking issues with the touch sensitive one, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know. There's a video on YouTube Live. It was part of the E3 coverage. It shows Major Nelson was going through the actual
The
ports and
unboxing.
stuff on the back. Yeah, if you want to have a look at that, I think go ahead, you know. Probably
Leave a link
below
in the
if you
description for
want.
it.
Yeah.
It's also on the Xbox dashboard for another maybe 24 hours, I think.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What's after?
So moving on,
Post hour announcement.
they opened the did they open the show with Forza Horizon? Or was that?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
It's
now.
fading now. It's been a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, Forza Horizon 3 got us all
It got us all.
quite squealy. I don't know
yeah.
why we didn't expect it.
I know
if you know
it
what I mean.
hit me by
Like,
surprise. I
'cause-
honestly didn't think.
Because obviously they're alternating between Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon, but yeah, I wasn't even thinking about going in, you know. And when it did announce, I was like, oh, it's Forza Horizon, you know.
Yeah.
So set in Australia
Hey,
this time,
help me with this.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's set in Australia.
which looked great.
The map
mean, they
is
look to have
twice as big as Forza Horizon 2 as well.
That's pretty impressive. Forza Horizon 2's map was quite big.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 2 was huge. Like we went through that game
I
a
know.
couple times. It was big.
Yeah. I mean, Forza Horizon 2 was kind of a sleeper for us as well, though. Like when I bought it, I didn't really expect to get as much enjoyment out of it as I did.
Yeah.
But the multiplayer is kind of so seamless and fun that it's a good play. Like,
Yeah.
3 just looks to kind of build, I suppose. Forza Horizon 2, you switch between cityscapes and kind of down again farmland. With 3, you seem to have outback, dusty plains, jungle, beach, cityscapes. I mean, Australia was a good choice.
Yeah, it was a great choice.
You know, Forza Horizon 2 was set across Europe, but it was kind of dairy farms and skyscrapers.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and it's really different this time with the outback and that, and they've added so much more variety to it.
Oh, well,
including
the trailer was just, it really was great. The multitude of things they showed
yeah,
in
they
like
showed
a
up-
2.5
they showed
minute
up
trailer,
loads.
and it was gameplay as well.
Yeah. Yeah, if the sound was a little drowned out there, I apologise a bit. I turned the game volume down. It should be clear now. These new headsets, overpowered. Yeah, so on Forza, I believe it has a couple of stats here. First of all, apart from what we've already said, there's now 350 plus cars available. In Forza Horizon 2, there was around 150. So that's a significant difference. That's a lot of cars. And I know they've kind of gone into the Australian routes as well, and they've taken out some of the cars from Australia, which is cool.
Yeah,
the
they put
only-
in a lot of dune buggies and stuff.
Yeah, the trailer, the gameplay they showed off. Yeah, another thing I was going to mention that it's 4-player co-op campaign, so you can jump in and out whenever you want. And
Yeah, it's
they-
not only multiplayer.
Yeah, so you can choose if you want to do it by yourself as well. And they did a demo of it, and the crowd just went absolutely wild for the buggy. Just as they were close to
guy
the
did a
finish line,
flip.
some guy flipped on purpose. He hit a
He
rock,
did a fucking
flipped
totally
over,
OP
and landed
flip.
it. Yeah,
Was,
it
I mean,
was-
I'm
it was
sure.
awesome.
I'm sure it was well practiced.
Well,
but I mean,
yeah.
it was still fucking great.
Yeah, it was so
Um,
good to watch. And yeah, like
I
I,
dunno,
watched it back. And
Forza's
the
a
crowd just
game.
went crazy.
It's one of them fun, competitive games is what I'm gonna call it. Like you can be competitive about it, and I know a lot of people take driving very seriously, but you can just dick around in races with your mates, and like it's just spectacular sometimes.
Yeah,
They've brought back these showcase events. So like in the last game, you might be racing a train, or you might
Aaron over here.
be racing something else. And realistically, they were just kind of visually spectacular. No, you could still win or lose, but it was harder to lose than say a normal race. But they brought that back in style. What they showed off in the gameplay was a helicarrier with a jeep attached to it, and
Jeep,
you're racing
yeah.
that through the through the jungle and wildlands area and stuff, and it was intense. It was good, you know.
yeah, yeah. That was a lot of
One
fun.
contentious piece I do take with the trailer is that a guy drove a Lambo onto a beach, and I'm
And-
telling you on soft sand that thing would either get stuck or it would just spin out completely.
But it was controlled like perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to Forza Horizon 3. I can't wait.
Yeah, we don't play car games all that often, but you know, Forza Horizon,
Yeah.
like well, not so much Forza, but the Horizon game really does.
The
Something
multiplayer
new.
aspect, because I mean, we got into GTA 5s online just to play races through fucking sewers.
Sewers, yeah, we just kept, yeah.
I think online racers are what appeal to us that way. I don't play driving simulators anymore. I played Gran Turismo as a kid and I did love it and stuff. But I can't see myself playing Forza Motorsport. It's too precise. It's too pro. If you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
In for a laugh,
The other thing about Forza is that the festival. Usually you go to the festival and they tell you what to do and stuff, but this time you can control the festival. So you can hire your friends to do races and stuff. You control the whole situation. I don't know too much on that yet. I don't think they've released that much about it, but
So where are we going, Frank?
it sounds interesting. It sounds like something completely different. Can change the way you play.
Here and there.
Other than that, I think that's all for Forza, but it's released this year, September 27th. So we have that to
Mark
look
it down.
forward to. Yep, mark that down on your calendars. Just briefly, Aaron, someone's in the chat.
Mhm.
Do you know if the Slim console has more processing power?
No,
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It has almost the exact same processing power.
Yeah.
The guy from Coalition Games, Rod Ferguson, the lead on Gears 4, he talked about how the architecture inside it allows for the power to be delivered more efficiently. But it's the same under the hood as the original Xbox.
Yeah. So they've literally just made it for the sheer, reduction in size, the more space.
Yeah, it's streamlined and it's more efficient.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any extra grunt.
Right.
Like I said, the HDR, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get a deeper array of colours. But yeah, for God's sake. But you're not gonna get you're not gonna get higher quality kind of graphics than you are already getting. The games are gonna play exactly the same on it.
Yeah. Which is good. In a way.
For now.
Yeah. Well, we'll have Scorpio for all that, which we'll talk about in a bit. Okay, so let's talk about Recore a little bit. I don't know too much about it, but
Where are you? Where the hell are you?
I'm behind a car. I ran forward and did not see those two other enemies. That is my bad.
It was like telling me you're upstairs. Shit, there's a guy.
Oh no! Punch, two
Yeah,
piece.
he got me. Yeah.
so
So
Recore.
Recore is an Xbox exclusive from. I'm gonna slaughter this Japanese name, and I'm very sorry. Keiji Inafune? Inafune?
Inafune, maybe?
Maybe.
Inafune.
Listen,
that
I
sounds
tried my
cool.
best. Okay, he was the lead. There's a long shot here if you're interested. He was the
Okay.
lead director. Oh, you're dead. He was the lead director on the Mega Man games, and so Microsoft signed him to make something. And that's something. Recore.
Yeah. So it was first announced last year. Was it announced at E3 or Gamescom? I think it was E3.
I think
Pretty sure it was.
E3. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
it was
E3.
first announced
Yeah.
last
So we
E3.
saw
And
some,
it did.
some
People
more
were excited.
gameplay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks like an interesting game. You know, so you're basically you're this lady, girl, woman, out in the desert, kind of scavenging for her life. That type of way. Not post-apocalyptic-y, really. Well, it kind of is, but it's not. You know.
Yeah.
Doom and gloom.
Oh.
And so the idea being that your companion in the game is kind of an orb with a life force in it, and you can insert it into different machines. Have different contraptions. Each of them, they're like animals. They're techno animals, really. So you'll have like a. You will have a there's a bruiser, there's a seeker, stuff like that. The graphics do look. The art side is kind of cutesy, but it is really lovely. The gameplay kind of looks like a shift between puzzler and action, maybe RPG. But it does look exciting. It's something different, you know.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna wait to see when it comes out. I probably will play it, I imagine.
Yeah, and it.
I never really played the Mega Man games, but they're so highly
yeah,
acclaimed
yeah.
that I think this guy can't really go wrong. You know?
We still alive. And that's going to be released this year,
So, yeah.
as far as we know.
Yeah. I think September,
September-ish.
I'm gonna guess.
It's around
Yeah,
September. I
well,
have
it's
written- I've
this
written
fall. It's this holiday season.
it. As is most other games, so we can probably right on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could take a stab in the dark, and we'd probably be nearly right. Yeah.
Okay.
Recore. It's a definite. It's a kind of a sitter for me. I'll wait and see, but I probably will play. I can see myself playing.
Yeah, I can see myself playing it. Maybe not straight away. Well, again, like we'll see how
Yeah,
it goes.
not with that busy release window.
Yeah, there's way too much coming out. Okay, so let's move on to one of many people's favourites that were announced. That was again announced last year. We Happy Few.
Yeah.
Probably the
So I
best
can't wait for
trailer
this.
of the whole conference.
Yeah, the most. I don't even know what to call it, but the most interesting trailer, let's say.
Yeah,
I think, in terms of something new. So this game is like BioShock's twisted cousin. It's set in. I don't even know what to call it. 1950s.
yeah.
A
Someone
nice
said
town
60s,
in what looks
50s,
like
60s,
1950s, 60s England. I'm gonna start twisting this. And so the idea is that you're at an office, everything seems pleasant, everyone seems quite happy, but there's something unsettling about it and you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
What you seem to be doing in the trailer is kind of blacklisting out some of history. And then you look down at your pills, your joy, that's what the pills are called, and and then you start to realise that this joy is why everything seems so pristine and happy.
Happy Pills, yeah.
The trailer starts to get more intense, and your co-worker comes in and she has this weird white makeup on. It kind of looks like the Joy and Sorrow mask, the drama masks, like.
Yeah.
She's asking you, have you not taken your joy, and starts to go like that, and then you realise that people who are off their meds are called downers, so everyone has to be on their meds, and there's a specific reason for that. You go into the office party off your meds, and you start to see the world as it actually is, rather than how obviously the government or whatever's going on wants you to perceive it. And they're beating a pinata, and you get this flash, and then suddenly you see it's not a pinata, but it's a dead cat or mouse.
rat.
I don't know what it is. Rat. Yeah, guts spilling out. No one else sees it because they're obviously taking their joy, and
Yeah.
then
Don't go into the
and then
darkness.
you're pinned as a downer.
Yeah.
And when you're pinned as a downer, it means the constables come and get you, basically. So you're gonna have to start running for your life, type thing.
Yeah.
And as you walk by one of your co-workers' offices, you see he's been questioned by what looks like, you know, an investigator or whatever. And he shuts the blinds, and then you just have to start running because the constables are after you. But I mean, the graphics are great. I really like the art style, and it's unsettling to the point of creepy, you know, because it's quaint, I think, in a way.
Yep, I've heard that from the someone else said that at Microsoft. It's a lot of things.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
things.
very creepy.
But I mean, the concept just it blows me away. It seems like a really good narrative style to play around with, because it is
Yeah.
obviously some form of post-apocalypse, just not like we've ever seen it before, I don't think.
Oh yeah, it's brand new for sure.
I can't. Oh,
Go in the darkness again.
yes, I did.
Yeah, it's
I can't wait for that one.
it's going to be awesome. It's is that an ID game? ID at Xbox?
Is that a witch?
Like a
I don't
an
know.
indie
It's
game?
no idea. Xbox, I know.
Can't remember. But it's
It might be. It's coming to Xbox preview. Next month, June
Yeah.
27th. It'll be in the preview program on the Xbox, and it'll be available on Steam Early Access from next month. So I don't know
everybody
when the full
jump
release
on
is.
that and get it
Yeah.
tested, because it's
Good
going to
go.
be awesome.
They're streaming and screaming.
Streaming and
Playlist.
screaming, yeah. Quote of the day. Right. Okay, so another announcement they made was the reveal of Tekken 7, we believe, because we researched
Faded
this. And,
Retributions.
yeah, Tekken
Yeah,
7.
I thought it was Tekken 8.
You thought it was Tekken 8, okay.
Because I played Tekken 7. I specifically remember getting game complete on Tekken 7.
Right.
You know, all the achievements. So I don't think it's a re-release. I think it's Tekken 7.5.
Point 5, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, different storyline and stuff. You see Heihachi in the trailer fighting a new, what presumably would be the new bad dude in it.
Yeah.
Another kind of demon.
Yeah, it's a pretty
That
epic
looks
battle.
great.
Yeah. The trailer was awesome, yeah.
Yeah, well, Tekken is always quite flawless.
One of the first games I ever played back in the PlayStation 1.
I think it's one of the first games I ever played. You know.
Yeah.
I don't play fighting games all that much anymore, but I still like Tekken. They announced again, if you own an Xbox One, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is currently free on the store, so hit that up and download it.
Yeah, we'll be definitely downloading that. We'll see what people think of it, and we'll maybe stream some of that too. Get some old school games
Yeah.
going.
I mean, we've had a plethora kind of good fighting games in the last while.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X, obviously. Injustice 2 was just announced. Tekken is coming. Super Smash Bros. Although none of us have a Nintendo. But one of the highest rated fighting games of all time, I think.
Yeah, I would think so. And so Tekken's going to be released, I believe, in 2017 at some point. I don't think there's an official date yet.
Yeah, no, it's one to watch.
It's
See
definitely
all
one
the
to
new
watch, yeah.
editions and stuff.
For sure. Okay, so we had a brief mention of The Division as well. Obviously, we'll be going into more
of a
detail.
trailer than
Um,
anything else.
and the Ubisoft conference. But yeah, they released the trailer because we all knew the update was coming. The underground update, which they announced. And that's coming
Look, I got them ones on
this
my own.
month.
Yeah, it's coming
yeah.
on 22nd or 28th.
I think 28th. I think sounds more like it. Yeah,
More appropriate.
more appropriate. Yeah, better not be the 22nd. I go back to work and then.
The Underground is bringing kind of a dungeon style gameplay to it.
Yeah.
Basically, every time you enter, it's going to be something different. It's going to be a different dungeon, which is exciting for the Division, because a lot of people's problem with it is the lack of kind of original content. The first incursion wasn't really anything.
Yeah.
It was a hard mode, and the second incursion, while being more like a Division classical style mission, was too short.
Oh, we both went to the same cover. Mine. Yeah, the second incursion. Well, on our first main attempt, we beat it in like 5 minutes, 6 minutes or so.
Yeah,
It was
Which
pretty
isn't-
crazy.
which isn't really great.
No. But
mean,
it was
it's
fun though.
good
Like it was
if
good that
you're
it was
hard, really.
different. The challenge mode has
Yeah.
been released now. We've yet to go back and do that, but we will for sure go back and see if it's any different. See if it's more difficult. Hopefully. But yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about the Division when we do our Ubisoft conference, which will be coming next.
Probably tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, we'll record that. So these videos will be going up in order. Hopefully.
In sequence, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they showed the Battlefield trailer as well, because obviously the Xbox have a somewhat of a partnership with EA. I
EA
guess.
deal.
Yep. And we spoke about Battlefield on the EA conference, which you guys will see in the video. But yeah, they showed off the trailer, and we do still get somewhat exclusivity. Do we? Do we get DLC or anything?
I think it's
So-
EA Access members get to play
They get to play it early.
it like a week early.
Yeah.
So if you're a subscribed member to EA Access, or even if you just want to subscribe to that for a month, I think it's like €8, €8 anyway, about £5.
Yeah. So if you want to take up EA,
you'll get-
it's £3.99. It's £3.99 for 1 month if you're in the UK. And as Aaron said, it's about €8. It said
It's probably €6.
€6.
Guessing. Yeah.
And it's $19.99 for a whole year. So that's 12 months of a lot of games, like 12 free games, and they're big hit games too. So it's definitely worth it.
That's only if you want the early access though, or to play them games. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're not being sponsored by EA. I'm not telling anyone to buy it. You already
No.
pay enough for fucking Xbox Live and stuff, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so Battlefield 1 looking pretty good. I don't think anyone could doubt there.
No, but this one is going to knock people away. Multiplayer looks
Yeah, I'd
great.
say so.
Campaign also great. Still wish it was co-op, because I always have more fun playing with people. But I do like a solo campaign now and then.
Beggars cannot be choosers, okay? Should it?
Get out.
You get out. Right.
Okay.
So yeah, about EA.
So the next big hit game that I believe is an Xbox exclusive is Scalebound. Another game first mentioned last year at the E3.
We're about jacked for this.
What?
I said we're about jacked for this.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Super
like,
jacked.
again-
It just looks. I mean, it's in the vein of Final Fantasy, kind of.
Yeah.
Which
Which is my
your
kind of forte. Yeah.
jam again.
Yeah.
But I just love the graphical style. I love the idea of what they're doing, the 4-player co-op, the transformative powers, the fact that you literally have a full-size dragon as your companion constantly. That epic boss battle they showed off, it was like just a
The
massive,
scorpion
massive battle.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, scorpion crabfish, whatever it is.
People call it
But
a
they did
crab,
say
but
that-
the official name is the scorpion. Apparently, it's just to put that out.
Okay. They did say that's one of the main battles in the game, which is still fine. I mean, if there's a couple of main battles to that scale, that's absolutely fine by me. Because I mean, even the stuff they showed last year of fighting the other beast out in the wild, that was fantastic as well. You know, I just think that's going to be a big one. It just looks excellent, you know.
Yeah. On the Xbox Daily Show, they did confirm that there is going to be many more of those big battles, even some bigger than the Scorpion. So they did confirm that, but they didn't give too much away. And it is also it's 4-player co-op. So you're going to have 4 characters with 4 pet dragons running around. How is that not the coolest thing ever?
I know. I wonder how easy or difficult the game is in single player. I'm assuming they'll have some type of...
they said it scales. Yeah, they said it balances quite good. Because can you imagine going up against those things on your
scales?
Typical Aaron.
We can't say scales when we're talking about scale, but me not say something.
Yeah. So Scalebound will be released in 2017, as far as we know. That's the date that's been given. There's no official date yet, though. What did you say then?
Screamed the shit out of that. So there's a pizza box in there, still a slice in it if you're hungry.
No. Chris would have if he was still
no
here.
fat takes. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. We'll have to get make sure 2 other people buy it and get a good team going. We'll get some epic battles. So from Scalebound, we move on to Dead Rising 4. Another big one, an obvious one that took us kind of by
Frank's
surprise.
back.
Frank is back. Frank, the legend,
Here's
Mr. West
Frankie
himself. Opening up with a selfie with a zombie.
Yeah, little Christmas themed trailer.
Yeah, and then that's
like
the
Die Hard
game,
with zombies.
Aaron, where it starts snowing in the studio as well.
That was
awesome.
We were talking about
Yeah.
that earlier.
We couldn't remember which
So
one it
the
was.
whole
but
the whole studio roof opened up and it started snowing all over the crowd, and
Yeah.
I was like, why are they pulling out here? I'm trying to watch this trailer. And then I realised that it was snowing in house, and people are just like, woo, you know. That's great, you know, that type of immersion at the conferences. It's cool.
Yeah. So let's go back to Dead Rising 3. Was the first game we played on the Xbox One. You did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I played FIFA because I got a free.
Oh, that's right.
But again,
yeah.
if you want to know about my extensive knowledge of FIFA, go back to EA conference.
Go back to the EA
it's
one, yeah.
non-existent. But yeah, Dead Rising 3 was one of the first. I completed that as well. I completed all the achievements on it, but I actually bought the DLC in the end. I really had a lot of fun playing it.
I did as well. I mean, you pretty much carried me through a lot of it, because I'm first thing you'll learn about me is I am a terrible navigator when it comes to certain games. Other games, I'm kind of flawless, which is weird. Aaron would tell me to go left, and I'm like, what? Where? I go back.
What's left?
What's my left? What? All of a sudden, I'm just like a child, and I don't know anything. But yeah,
We had a lot of fun playing that. That game, Dead Rising 3.
The what?
We had a lot of fun playing Dead Rising 3.
We did. We spent hours playing that. Like we were up till like 4 o'clock in the morning most nights playing that, just messing around.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
So Dead Rising 4, Frank's back. We get the kind of classic mall setting at Christmas again type thing.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be a much bigger mall. But some of the weapons and stuff, like the candy cane gun and everything.
That thing was
displayed
awesome. Yeah.
was great. Yeah. That's why it really is going to be good to play that in and around Christmas, you know?
Yeah. It will be a whole lot of fun.
So I'm assuming what we're going to get is even more zombies, obviously. We're probably going to get bigger areas. I assume we're going to get at least kind of... I'd say we're going to get 2 maps.
2 maps, you think?
Yeah, I think like you'll have them all in the surrounding areas, but then you'll also have something else,
Right.
somewhere else to go probably. I think they're going to really make it bigger with this one. bit of a more expansive world. We had one map in Dead Rising 3, but it was quite a big map, and it was separated between two parts of a sea.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pitch black. No way we can get.
Yeah. They showed off an exosuit, didn't they?
Yes, on the expo, I think it was in the trailer as well. I can't remember, but they showed it off precisely in the daily show. You walk up to this box on a table. You can equip the exosuit, and you just increase your strength by a long shot. So you see him at one point. He pulls a pole with like out the ground, and it's got like a big chunk of concrete to it, and he just starts swinging it around. Like no human could do that. You know, unless you're Thor, maybe. Which I guess he's not human, but you know what I mean.
Or the mountain.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't. I don't know if there's a booster on the exosuit, Call of Duty style, but it just seems like, you know, every game's getting exosuits.
I'd say it's probably going to be an alien style exosuit. I'd say it's probably going to be like a Robo Meccano suit that just kind of amplifies strength and stuff. I'd say it's.
I think so.
I'm guessing it's going to be slower than what we're used to with exos.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says, was it just me or did Dead Rising 3 seem to revert to Dead Rising 2 graphics? No, wait, sorry, Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, Dead Rising 4. I know what
Yeah.
I know what they mean.
Affirmative. They are taking
Yeah, I don't know, because Dead Rising 3 they went for a kind of a different graphical style, obviously first of all it was on Xbox One, and the whole city and the main character, the graphics were different. I don't know how it's going to look at full release. I don't know how early that game footage is, you know.
Yeah.
If they cobble it together, like, hopefully it looks a little bit better. Like, I wasn't blown away by the graphics. The gameplay was what kind of engaged me. But yeah, I know what they mean about that seeming graphical step back.
Yeah, I noticed when I watched the Exos thing, the graphics wasn't as good. But I'm sure it'll be better by the time the game's released. But you're right, it was the gameplay that kind of took everyone. Like there was a lot going on. And if you do go back to Dead Rising 3, you know, the first thing that we all noticed, and the one thing that, you know, I was probably most excited about, was the sheer amount of zombies on screen without the lag.
Yeah,
And that was
like,
yeah, there were like thousands of zombies on screen. I'm pretty sure that was a quote at one point when they were talking about the game. Was, you know,
motherfucker.
you can see 1,000 zombies on screen at once, whereas, you know, before, if you like run over like 10 zombies and kill them all, the frame rate would just drop.
It just starts to
So like,
just stutter.
I can only imagine that this one's going to be even better. Like the zombies are just going to be crazy. Then the customization as well. Like the weapons in Dead Rising 3 were great. Like there was a lot of, I think there was over 100 blueprints.
Yeah, there was a lot. I remember collecting them.
Yeah, you collected them all. I think I'm only a few away, to be honest. But
The
again, this
variety
one's
of
gonna be
weapons.
bigger.
The multiplayer on Dead Rising 3 was extremely fun. Had a really good time playing it. Hoping for more of that.
What, just me and you like roaming around?
No, the competitive multiplayer. Yeah, the co-op campaign was very fun.
What was
but
that about? I
the
can't
competitive
remember
multiplayer. It was like point games for the most part. So you like the Dead Rising 2, the game show and stuff. It's the same idea behind that. But you could be like a
Oh, of course,
sexy
yeah.
Asian cat lady and stuff.
Right, yeah. Think they'll add more of that then?
Yes, no, when they bring it back. Like obviously the campaign co-op is brilliant. I'm assuming they're bringing that back, probably 4-player, and I'm hoping for more competitive. I did really enjoy that.
How would it work? So we play as Frank West. So who else would we get to play as? How would that work? Do you know what I mean?
It could just be 4 Frank Wests. It could be just other characters from the game. We'll see. You know what I mean? They might just give you options. Before Frank West, and there'll be different colours. They've done that before.
Right.
Dead Rising 2, that was the case. You were just wearing a different colour leather jacket.
I don't see them
Would you?
not enabling co-op play. No way.
Fight through the pain.
I think we're screw diddly here. There's guys behind us and everything. I'm gonna run back.
Where? Oh yeah. Oh, I almost made it. Take cover. But yeah, so Dead Rising 4. It's going to be released December 6th. So, like we said, it's going to be set Christmas time. It's going to be released Christmas time, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun playing that time of year. Like it does set the scene. It makes it a bit more intense as well, in my opinion. And I love snow. You know, I'm like with Call of Duty maps and Destiny maps.
Snow
when
effects.
it comes to snow, yeah, I just love snow effects. I like the cold in
I like
real life. I
Christmas.
don't like the heat. Christmas too, yeah. But
Yeah.
I just love snow.
Again, Die Hard, but with zombies.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they put in just Die Hard Easter eggs everywhere all over the mall. You know? More like Die Hard 2, I suppose, because Die Hard 2 is set in the Sky Mall.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's one to watch. I mean, anybody who would like to get on board with Dead Rising and get on with us, you know what I mean? Have a few games.
Yeah. By all means,
Need ammo.
add our gamer tags,
Using the ball talk here.
and we will do some open lobbies, and we will get some people in for certain games. And okay, so just to close this, yeah, graphics is kind of irrelevant for Dead Rising for me. Just wondered if they were changing the style or if it was just a dev demo.
I think the graphics are going to look better, but I think they will be more in the vein of Dead Rising 1 and 2. Like I think the splashy colours are going to be reduced. That we kind of got in Dead Rising 3, that was very pop arty.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get more gritty, darker tones and stuff. Still, I mean, you saw with the Candy Canes, it was popping reds and whites, but I think we're going to have it's probably going to be a darker game
Right.
than Dead Rising 3. I mean, hopefully the graphics are fantastic. We'll see.
There's still 6 months away, so hopefully
Yeah, they could be still rendering.
they could be tweaking
Or
a
we
little
could
bit, yeah. Okay, Aaron, there's some cog tags to the left. Remember? But I have to go and turn the lights on, so don't go out there yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll close Dead Rising 3 and announce another zombies game. State of Decay 2.
Yeah. So you
So,
played State of Decay 1, didn't you?
I played the first one. I didn't play too much of it. I didn't get the chance. I don't think I bought it on the 360, or did I? I think I just bought it the what was it called, the definitive edition thing.
Yeah.
Where it came with actually some DLC as well. But it ran a lot smoother on the one, that's for sure. Because in that game as well, there's loads of zombies on the screen. And it's actually, for such a small game, the world is huge. And the only grip I had about it was when you like drive around really fast, like the world doesn't catch up with you, kind of thing.
Still loading in textures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's going to be tweaked for this one because that was a 360 game. That was an old gen game that they just brought over. So
Yeah.
the new one's going to be. They basically said they're going to tweak it and make it a lot more crisp, and they're going to make it sharper and stuff. But yeah, so the first game was a single player, I believe, and it was awesome. They tried to take a different approach on most zombies games. They just set the scene so that you're
I can't jump that wall.
go around it, you fool. Don't go that way. I can't get the light on you that way. So yeah, so you're just normal people in the city or whatever it was, and there was no heroes, there was no villains. It was just straight up normal people trying to survive. Sorry, someone in the
What?
chat. You're missing out. Sod was epic. What is Sod? What? SOD?
Sod?
Do explain yourself.
I know as soon as you say it, I'm like, oh, cool. It's not coming to me.
So yeah, it was single
the
player.
gripe you had about, yeah, that's your gripe there.
There's one of my gripes, yeah, and the second one is that it's a 4-player co-op. So in the Daily Show, they said that their original plan for the first game was going to be an MMO style zombies game, which, in my opinion, we all would have loved. Crap, we're doing this wrong here. Can you grab a hold of that torch?
I can.
Yeah, and then just lure me across the road with it. Yeah. So yeah, they
Lure. Weird.
no.
Like you're a cat.
are
Yeah.
Sawdust State of Decay.
Oh. Fair enough.
Whoops.
Yeah, so the new game, the trailer opened up, and I honestly thought it might be a Supernatural game because they were driving down the road in what looked like the Winchester Mobile.
The Winchester, yeah, it definitely looked like something like that. I wasn't expecting that at all. And yes, I know the first one was epic. I did play a bit of it. I just didn't play too much of it. So the second one, like I said, they were original plans to make an MMO, but they said that the fan feedback was that they wanted just a 4-player co-op. That's what the majority wanted, which is absolutely fine. Like, I love MMOs. That's one of my things. But when it comes to games like that, I do prefer co-op, something you can at least play with one other person, let alone 4. So we're gonna have an open world zombie game with a 4-player team. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And you're dead. I'm gonna come get you.
I am. I'm Baltic.
Baltic.
Rhett just came up on me. Yeah, so the trailer they showed for the second one, basically cars riding down the streets and, honky tonk Americana music, real cool, a zombie runs down the street, they hit it with the door. They pull into a gas station, 2 of the team members go to find some supplies, while the other one washes the blood off the car. And then it kind of cuts to another group and you see a flare going up, and then the first group obviously looks back to see the flare in the sky. They hop back in the car and they start heading towards it, and you get this message: no one survives alone, which is obviously alluding to the co-op aspects of this one.
Great way to announce it.
And it was extremely exciting. It was a good trailer, like.
Yeah, it was. So the map's going to be a lot bigger as well. They said the map was big enough as it is, but I mean, for 4 players, I assume they might extend it a little bit. It's going to be a different area still, and they're going to follow the same routes as well. There's not going to any heroes or anything. It's just going to be 4 normal guys trying to survive in a zombie apocalypse, which should be good. So that is not 100% the release date. I think is it this year or next year? I believe is State of Decay.
Next year.
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, so next on the list is perhaps one of my most anticipated games. I know when they first announced it, people loved it, and it looks so good. It's Sea of Thieves.
Oh my god, that was a great trailer.
Yeah.
Again, felt like the people playing were probably paid to act excited, but
to be overexcited.
I was excited just by seeing the footage. You know what I mean? The footage was like the idea that. So this is kind of an MMO, kind of MOBA. Basically, you're pirates, you're plunderers. You're the cutest pirates in the world, but you're pirates. It starts on the map, obviously, like it did the last time we saw some gameplay. You're on, a deserted island. It's cut in between 3 teams of pirates. They don't know each other or anything, so they just have to decide to work together. They all discover that they have a ship and stuff. Everything's going great. And then they realise the world is inhabited not only by them, but the other teams. And we see that everyone has a role to play on the ship. So if you want to be the captain, that's fine. But then someone else has to navigate, and someone else has to man the cannons, and someone else has to man the sails.
Yeah. So and you can choose, right? Like so you can find like a decent team.
You could get on the boat, like.
Yeah, so you could do it randomly. Like everyone's probably going to want to be steering. You know, everyone wants to
Navigator.
be the navigator. Yeah.
Yeah, the captain. Yeah.
So one thing that we often do is obviously what we did with Rocket League is pick numbers. So we could literally just pick random teams. To be honest, we could probably do a YouTube series where you know, like certain people have to earn their way to the captain. You know, we could have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. But this game for me seems like a really good way to meet new people, to kind of connect with some new people.
Well, the crew is going to be
Because it's
pretty
all
big,
about-
I think. And to
That's
be
what I
honest,
mean. It's all about teamwork, like.
yeah, and I think with the announcement of clubs and stuff, which we'll go over in a sec. Why is it not letting me take cover? We will be able to meet
It's
new
gonna be
people more
easier then.
efficiently.
To find people.
Yeah.
This
so,
game
yeah.
seems to rely a lot on discovery, on protecting your own, and on cooperative play. I know some people kind of don't like gummy graphics. I think it looks great. I think it looks like
I think it looks great.
just
It's
something that.
it's
it's something.
it's like Neverwinter for me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's kinda like
Yeah, the graphics aren't on purpose. They're not like that. It's the way the game is.
That's what
you
I'm
know?
saying. Like, you might call them kiddie graphics, but I just think they're pleasant to look at. you
Yeah,
know?
they are.
I don't. Why do you want something necessarily labour intensive or true to life in a game like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't need it. But yeah, there's just the sheer fact that you know you have your own crew.
Tags back there, isn't there?
And no, is there?
In that little hut now.
No, I don't think so. No. Oh boy.
That's why I'm going there.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the whole. You know, you have your own crew. So let's just for example, take a bunch of YouTubers and they've got their own friends. You know, and there's like 4 ships. I don't know how it works yet. Like, you know, if you know, like, you know, when it starts up, do you all start in the same area or how all that kind of thing works? But you're gonna have your own crew.
I think you're just
You're
going to
gonna
load onto probably a server island, but the idea being that people can probably sail into your server, you know?
So it's like a
I
weird
think,
civilization
say
type game.
Think about, if you played the Division, think about what the Dark Zone is. Once you enter that Dark Zone, the world starts to populate with enemy combatants. I think that's
Yeah.
going to be the same way with Open Sea. I don't necessarily know if there's land battles. We'll find out. I'm assuming the land is all kind of dungeon crawling. It's loot questing, bury treasure, battling skeletons, stuff like that. And then I assume once you get into the open ocean, you are in that type of dark zone, that PvP zone.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
fantastic idea, if I'm
yeah,
right.
it's a great idea.
It's a fantastic idea for me either way. So write that down, guys. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh god.
I didn't know that they were in the house. In the house.
Yeah. So the thing
they
that
were very
gets me.
tentative about release date. Go on.
Were
sorry.
they? What did? Hang on. What have I got written down?
Yeah. They
Yeah,
gave
it just
a
says
release
this
date of
year.
2016.
Yeah.
There's no, yeah. So maybe it'll be pushed back. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping it's not. But we're yet to get a solid release date on that one.
Yeah. I mean, we have a huge games list this year, so if it's pushed back, then it's not that much trouble. But
If it's pushed
you
back,
know,
it's pushed back. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But
I really don't want
I
to get my
am
hands on
really
this one.
excited for
I'd
it.
even
Yeah.
like a demo.
Yeah, a beta. They should do a beta for sure. Oh god. Ooh. But yeah,
That's what I did.
for me, it's the you know, you've got your own cruise and you're sailing around the water, and it's giant open seas. There's islands. You never know. Like you said, like the Dark Zone, you never know when you're going to run into another crew, and you never know whether they're going to attack or not. Do you know what I mean? It's like running up against other
Laughing like a
agents,
box
and you
of
don't know if they're going to
chocolates.
go rogue or. Yeah, so it's going to be really intense. Like, you know, you're sailing, and if you see a ship in the distance, you know, it's like, oh god, should we prepare? Call to arms.
God.
Ready the cannons.
Yeah.
But it looks so much fun.
Man the cannons.
I'm
But
gonna
we
have
even
to
showed
learn,
in real time how
learn starboard
when you
and
take
port.
too much when you take too much cannon fodder, your ship starts to sink, but the crew can
Yeah.
run downstairs and start repairing the holes immediately.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And if you repair them quick enough, the ship won't sink.
So
That's
it's going to take
insane.
coordination.
It's great.
Yeah,
Like,
it's going to take real teamwork.
Yeah, it really
to,
is.
To keep
yeah,
your ship
and
going.
communication. Yeah.
Um,
Get
yeah,
out of there.
So, oh yeah, back to the. I don't know if you know this or not, Aaron. Not that it's important, but the whole starboard port thing. Somebody, I can't remember where I learned this, but you always know port is left because it has the same amount of letters.
Okay. Good
Starboard is right. See, interesting fact right there. Don't know where I learned that, but stuck with me. So, yeah. So that's Sea of Thieves.
That nautical school you went to.
Yeah.
That nautical boarding school
I
your
can't
parents
swim,
sent you off to.
but you know I should have been born at sea.
But I can sail a damn ship. Hopefully
Keep
the
me away
ship
from the
never
Titanic
capsizes
because I'll
and
be praying
drown.
for icebergs. Anyway,
I'll never let you go.
okay, so Sea of Thieves, one of the most exciting games we're all waiting for.
Yeah, I think revealed at this conference. I'm really looking forward to it. It's something different. It's something new.
Yeah,
Forward to it.
and it's
And it's by Rare. It's good to see Rare developing.
yeah, it is. Yeah, Rare. I forgot about it. Rare were Rare Replay.
They called Rare Replay, and that was it. Because
Yeah.
Microsoft bought Rare because they thought they'd get Donkey Kong, and they didn't. That was a big letdown for Microsoft.
Yeah, there's tags here. Okay, so we have one more game, which we kept for last, specifically for the reason that it's probably the biggest name game on the Xbox at the minute that we're waiting for. And it's the game that we're playing right now. It's Gears of War 4.
Yeah. So the Coalition have been doing amazing little things.
Mm-hmm.
Got pretty fucking epic gameplay. For Gears 4.
Yes,
Still
we
can't
did.
decide whether it's 2-player or 3-player co-op.
Yeah, so the facts that we have so far is that there's always three people. There's JD Phoenix and there's his two friends, which they showed off, and then in the Daily Show it came up with a quiz. Which one are you looking forward to play the most? And it gave us an option of three people. So you know, we don't know if it's 2-player and the third person is just AI. You get to choose which one you want to play, or if it's a 3-player campaign. To be honest, I would love a 3-player because, again, it's something different. We love different. But 2-player's fine because you know,
Unique experiences.
like we have that many Gears of War fans. Like we don't have as many Gears players that we know as other games. But you know, there's Overkill. He's always that extra person. He plays, you know, one of our friends. He plays Gears a lot, and the same with my brother. But the time difference is crazy. So if it is a 3-player or a 2-player, we're pretty much sorted anyway. I think a 4-player would be harder to get four players.
Got him.
Kind of sounded gibberish
The
in my head,
trailer
but-
showed the start of a mission.
Yep.
What we assume is the start of a mission. Visually stunning.
Yes.
You come up the side of this. Well, it looks like kind of a fort, doesn't it? Like a broken down fortress.
I guess so. I mean, well, it could be anything. I mean, it's you go back to Gears 3, like there was nothing left. Like there was only one city left, and the place was just demolished. So this is like 20
Yeah,
years
so-
on. It could, you know, it could just be any kind of ruins.
They come up to like a trebuchet or a catapult on the side of this building anyway, and they, you know, you interact with it to knock out. I don't even know what to call the enemy on the other side. What was it?
The new enemy, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
The new enemy is called the Swarm, I think Rod said in the Daily Show. Which is going to be weird. It's going to be weird Cog versus Swarm and not Locust for a change. It's going to take a bit to get used to it, but
Are we Cog though? Yeah, we're still Cog soldiers.
that's a good point actually. I'm not sure.
The Cog has probably been disbanded. Look,
I'm not too sure then.
we haven't had wartime in who
20
knows
years.
how long. So you know what I mean.
I assume they have a
But anyway.
military situation to take control, you know, on the off.
Oh, yeah.
You would think
I'd say so,
after an
soldiers,
outbreak
like-
like that, they would want to spend the time preparing. You know, I'm thinking like Independence Day here, 20 years to prepare just in case it happens again.
Either that or JD just puts on his dad's old gear and heads on out.
Yeah. Speaking of his dad, we did see him in the trailer. That was very
Yeah,
exciting.
So yeah, after the mix of the gameplay, the kind of real-time events matched with interactive environments and
Yeah.
some shots of new enemies. You know, the trailer breaks down as they normally do. You see the title screen and Gears of War 4, and then you get a little after credits clip. You're watching a Marvel movie. It's old Marcus Phoenix sitting in his rocking chair.
He's very old.
Yeah.
So grey and
If you saw the PlayStation, the Sony conference, he wasn't unlike old Kratos. Sure.
yeah. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was great. I'm assuming he's going to be playable in multiplayer or something.
Oh yeah, they'll have like a special outfit or whatever for him. Like I don't know if you'll have to unlock him or if it'll be pre-orders or stuff like that. I'm not too sure, but he's bound to be playable.
Yeah. So we played some of the beta when it was released on the one.
Yeah.
Multiplayer beta. First thing we kind of remarked on was the color scheme.
Which
Really
they've
new.
is the one thing they've taken on board. In the
Rod.
Daily Show, Rod Ferguson said that's why
He's
they
talking
knew
about
it
it.
wasn't right. They said that's why they released the beta so much earlier than the game release, because they knew there was a few things on the graphics that weren't right. The colors specifically he mentioned, so we know that that's one thing they're focusing on fixing.
The color palette, I didn't mind obviously all the new colors compared to the kind of chromium grayscale of this game and the following games.
They just seemed very bright.
But it was a
Very-
mismatch of colours. It was kind of
Yeah.
a hodgepodge. There was no kind of fluidity to the colour scheme.
Yeah, it was all over the place. Yeah.
But it felt fresh. The gameplay felt fresh, and the colour scheme and the characters and all did feel quite fresh, you know?
Yeah, the gameplay was great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the dodgeball game mode we were playing.
The dodgeball was phenomenal. Yeah, just
Yeah, so
search
basic
and
rules
rescue
of
type
American
things.
dodgeball. Yeah, you get a kill, you kill that guy, and you tag one of your own dead players back into the game. So I mean, even if you've only got one player left in that game mode and the other team has 4, if you manage to even take out one guy, then it's 3-2. If you take out another guy, then it's 3-2 to your team, and then you can turn around the battle that way, it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
technically it could kind of last forever, depending.
That's it. Like it only takes one skilled player to keep you in it,
Yeah.
or or just one player just to. You don't have to kill one person to get one more person back in. Then you could just run around and stay alive until he gets in and work as a team. Like there's so many different ways you can play it. It's dodgeball. We all know dodgeball. And it's really exciting. It's really intense. Like especially when you're all dead and there's one guy left and you're watching and as soon as he gets the kill, you're like, yes, great, okay, who's it? And you got to rush to his aid and try and take someone else out.
I will say I'm pretty horrific at Gears multiplayer, so I'm more looking forward to the campaign, but again, maybe this is a jumping on point for me in Gears multiplayer. Maybe this is where I get good, like,
Hopefully.
get
I mean,
good scrub.
To be honest, I've not been great at Gears Gears multiplayer since the first Gears. Like the first Gears was extremely fast paced, and it wasn't. They toned it down a lot ever since then. Like you could proper bounce off walls and no scope people, and it was really easy. And they've slowed it down a little bit, so I'm not as comfortable with it as I was. But it
Wall-banging,
looks great.
wasn't it?
Wallbang, yeah, just seeing somebody like a ping pong
Just
ball just
wall-banging
rattling
everywhere.
off 2 walls, like it's crazy.
Gears
but
was one of them games though
good
that like I got into actual competitive multiplayer gaming quite late in the day. I went around to a friend's house and he had a PS3 and he was playing Call of Duty World at War, and I hadn't even played a Call of Duty title at this point, and I was looking and I was like, you're playing against other people here, yeah? He was like, yeah, do you want to go? And all, and I was getting shattered. But once you get that first sip,
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I need this. It's more, it's exciting when you
Yeah.
first start. And so like by the time then, obviously I was playing World at War multiplayer, and I didn't have time for anything else. But Gears was always something that I looked at and I was like, I'd like to be good at that, So yeah, this is probably the jumping on point. We didn't get too much story. In regards to the actual story, obviously you are Marcus Phoenix' son.
JD.
Yeah,
Jack
you've
Daniels
got your
Phoenix.
ragtag crew with you, and you're gonna have to fight back the Swarm.
You're gonna get his kill team.
I still don't know how to do this bit.
You basically have to stop whenever I shoot. You just seem to get me involved. We're getting eaten alive.
Okay.
Go for it, floor it. Go, go, go. Yeah. So it's going to be the next big thing which they confirmed, which everybody loves, hard mode 3.0.
Yeah,
boy.
I do. I really enjoy Horde.
So hard and
So Horde is 4-player, yeah.
yes, hard. I believe is 4-player, like normal. They introduced that in Gears 2, I believe, and it was pretty basic. And then in Gears 3, they added the fortifications and stuff, which changed the whole outcome of Horde. Like, it made it a lot more interesting, other than just trying to survive. So, you know, there's going to be a lot more we can expect from that. Oh, screen lagged out a bit there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Horde. I hope they bring in really deep character customization in Horde. I'm hoping they avoid microtransactions, but it's probably an inevitability. But I hope
Yeah,
they do bring in
these
kind
days
of,
it'll be difficult to avoid that.
yeah. I hope they do bring in like a loot box model. That'd be really fantastic.
Yeah. It's kind of the thing these days, are loot boxes and everything.
Yeah, people love watching it. It's like watching people win the lottery. I think people, they're like, maybe one day I'll get that skin, and then you'll all see.
Yeah. Like, I think that'd be a great idea. I think they do well on Gears for that. So if they do introduce it, that's the way I would like it to be done.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't wait for Gears. I think it's a new. This is we talked about already jumping on points. I think you could probably jump onto the Gears franchise even if you've never played another game with this one, because they will fill you in on what came before. I imagine you will get some backstory from main man Marcus.
Yeah, you will.
And then, like, this is just graphical overhaul. They've obviously made back when they showed the first trailer, they showed kind of more stealthy options of getting through the game. They showed that big gameplay reveal of the beasts jumping across the roof, and like how good did that courtyard and stuff look.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing, I can't remember if you mentioned this already or not, but in the gameplay that they showed was the weather system. The weather, like that big storm, was just insane.
Yeah.
The sandstorm.
The kind of sand and firestorm.
Yeah, and then the lightning looked to be some kind of weird Hammer of Dawn modification, but I can't remember what they explained that to be. If that was just natural
lightning.
or
If that was natural or whatever.
Yeah, so that was
I was
crazy.
calling it the Hammer of Thor.
Hammer of Thor, yeah. Fits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like from what we've seen, the game seems to be built on kind of big set pieces, quite rapidly, mixed with interactive ability. You know, which is fantastic. You know.
Yeah, it looked great. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. And closing up on Gears of War, we'll mention the exclusive controller that they're bringing out, the Elite controller.
Oh yeah. So it's the Elite one. It's not.
It's not
just a regular
normal.
Xbox controller.
Yeah.
It is the more expensive one, and it retails for about 150 quid euro, and I think £120.
Yeah, about that. And they were saying it's going to be probably the thing to get your hands on. If you want it, you're going to have to order it like right now. Like there's going to be very few of them.
So it has a custom decal around it in kind of Gears of War blood.
Yeah.
Crimson.
Yep. It's got a claw mark on the front. A scratch.
Directional D-pad has the classic Gears weapon selection
Weapon
wheel.
select. The
mapped to it. and on the back is Rod
Rod
Ferguson's
Ferguson's fingerprints. Yeah. Which is great, like it's cool.
They were
Yeah.
saying what would make it unique and all. They were like, oh, we'll put fingerprints on it, and they were kind of like, Rod, do you want to put your fingerprints to a controller? So
Yeah.
if anyone wants to steal his identity, I mean, it's right there.
Yeah. A nice moment for him though, like
Yeah.
to know that all these people are gonna
Yeah,
have it.
that's his stamp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's great. It's great when creators get to put their stamp on something in a way like that.
And it comes with its own personalized case, which matches the color, the kind of crimson red color of the controller, and it looks awesome. Like if I had the money, I would probably buy it. To be honest, being such a Gears fan, it looks incredible.
Yeah, it does.
So if you want one of them, get your hands on one of them as soon as they become available.
Better pony up. That's what you better
Pony
do.
up, son. Okay, so
Um,
we're gonna close the.
yeah, let's round it out. Talking
on,
to controllers.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit. The
The
redesign.
new controller, the white one that's bundled with the Xbox Slim. They're obviously retailing that on its own, but the retail version on its own is now fully customizable. So for the same price as a regular controller, you can pick a multitude of different colours for triggers, buttons, lights, the actual skin on the controller. You can put your name on it. I think this is actually going to get people excited because obviously we've had third-party companies selling, you know, skins and various vinyls, and you can send them your controller, and it usually ends up being more expensive than anyone was ever really going to pay.
Yeah.
For the same price as a regular Xbox controller, now you can get a fully customizable one with your own name, your whatever, your clan, your YouTube channel,
Just floor it out,
identifiers.
What if you idiots look out?
Should be able to get to the end. Yeah. So, oh, maybe not. Oh crap. No doubt we'll probably be getting a 221B controller.
1B.
What are we thinking?
Black and gold,
black
baby.
and gold, yeah. Black and gold
Yeah.
controller,
But
221B.
you're getting Watson. I'm getting Sherlock.
What is that? What does
Actually,
that
you can be Irene Adler. No. What does that mean? Means you're the sidekick, homie.
mean? Hey, you're a college now. You can be the doctor, prick.
Dr. Proctor. Yeah,
Dr. Levy.
It is like there's a multitude of combinations. I think I assume there's like millions of combinations because you can have one analog stick purple and the other blue, and the controller, you know, a few different zebra print, whatever you want.
Yeah, it's crazy customization.
It's not a big announcement, but it's good. Again, options. This is my whole thing. Choices. You know, letting the consumer decide what the consumer wants.
Yep, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Making your gameplay more personal as well. You know, you've got your own personal controller. I think for people like me, this is going to sound a bit silly, but for people like me, it would probably encourage me not to break the controller.
Smash it. to throw it at the wall, to eat it, to stand on it, to squeeze it so hard that it splits into a million tiny pieces.
That's it.
To beat your neighbours to death with it.
Yeah.
None of that. Yeah, so that was just a small announcement. We just thought we'd mention it. I think they're available for pre-order on the Xbox site now. I haven't checked.
They are, and they also come with, each one you design comes with the built-in Bluetooth that
The new
controller with
has,
the new
so
the Scorpio
much easier to
has.
hook
Not
up
the
to
Scorpio, the
PC. Yeah, I think they come with the grips that are in the S, the grips on the handles. They also come with the 3.5mm jack that you can plug to new. We're both using Turbo 350Xs at the minute, and they plug into the new jack, so you don't need the adapter.
Yeah. I hate Krill so
That's-
much.
That's, Sorry, we'll finish this up. Hopefully finish the mission up.
Okay.
Yeah, so on to a biggie.
Final
depending on how you look
topic.
at it.
Yeah.
Another
From-
hardware announcement. They're releasing the Beast next year, pretty much.
Yes, sir.
There's been talk about what Xbox are going to do to kind of match the PS4's power and stuff, and there's been talk back and forth with Phil Spencer that he doesn't want to do too much incremental stuff. He wants to go ahead with leaps and bounds, He was talking about modular Xbox One. He was talking about a few different things batting around the ideas. And this decision seems to be kind of future-proof led and VR led. You know,
Yeah.
looking at things that what's going to last for at least longer than, say, the current slate of consoles we have. And that's the announcement of Xbox One's Project Scorpio, which next year, holiday season next year, they're going to release what looks like a mid-range PC console.
Yes,
So
very
it's more
high
powerful
spec.
than kind of anything we've seen before. We're gonna die. Yes, we're gonna die. I've got a spec sheet. They announced some things, but some of it is still speculatory. So
Unintended.
I will give you what I have. This is from Eurogamer.net. So for the CPU, Project Scorpio has 8 cores. The speculation is upclocked Jaguar or equivalent clocks. That's what the PS4, the PS4K Neo, the Xbox One have. They all have Jaguar cores in them, so they're assuming they're going to use upclocked ones. The Xbox One has 8 cores as well, currently running at 1.75 gigahertz, but they're thinking it's going to be quicker than that. The GPU, the speculation is 56 over 60 GCN. Compute units at 800 to 850 megahertz. So currently we have 12. And they're upgrading that speculatorily to 60, which
Big
is
jump.
big leap. Yep. The memory over a 320 gigabyte bandwidth. The speculation is that it's going to be 12 gigs of GDDR5 RAM, which again is it's only a jump of 4 gigs RAM, but 16 gigs is kind of standard fare for PC now. I think some people are even up to 32 gigabytes RAM. So yeah, I mean, they said it's capable of 6 teraflops, native 4K gaming,
8
probably
teraflops,
compatible
wasn't
with the Oculus Rift. 6, I think. I'm
it?
very sure it was 6.
I thought it was 8. I thought the PlayStation Neo was 6. And
The PlayStation Neo is 4, I think.
alright.
That's the speculation anyway. But so the way they're rolling this out, it seems like so there's 4K native gaming on it. They've said we're hoping that that's true and not fiddly. That it will be compatible, at least I assume, with the Oculus Rift. They have some sort of partnership there with the Xbox controller. I'm hoping as well with the HTC Vive and kind of any other VR headsets we might see. So it's a starkly different route, obviously. The proprietary PlayStation VR. That they're trying to make it more open source that way, because obviously they are spinning this whole Xbox and Windows 10 unified platform.
Which is awesome. Like I love the idea of cross-platform, especially between
So do I.
those two. Yeah.
With no price point at the minute, I'm going to assume it'll be about £700.
It's gonna be a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's going to cost a lot of money, and that kind of gets into the the ground level of why wouldn't you get a PC and stuff. And while I can see that argument side of things, some people just generally prefer console gaming.
Yeah.
They prefer living room gaming.
I mean, now that the
that's
controller's integrated, well, not integrated, but it's usable on the. What the hell are you doing? Now that it's available to use quite efficiently on Windows 10, I think I'd be more interested in trying out some PC games if I got a decent spec PC. I'd be definitely up for trying.
Upgrade.
Yeah.
Shit behind us.
For sure. So we believe it's going to be coming next fall. As far as we know, obviously that could change. It's hardware. They want to perfect it before they fully release it. But next fall is the date that we have so far. But
Just
it's
hoping to get some more details on it, really.
yeah.
All they kind of showed was people talking about it, People talking about listening to fans and what the best choices were and everything.
Okay, so the thing that was on my mind and the thing that a lot of people were wondering, which is I guess fairly straightforward, it's going to be 4K. It's going to be high def. You know, are we going to have to change our TVs, our monitors and stuff?
Probably. To feel the benefit of it, probably.
You're gonna have to just drive this thing. I can't get this thing unless you drive. I hate it when they glitch out like that.
One little board is gonna kill us.
So I mean, like, I'm staring right at it, but I can't hit it. I hate it when this happens. Can't touch it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd say to feel the benefit. I think we're gonna see a massive drop in 4K TV prices, so it's worth looking into.
I would look
you're-
into a
if you're
monitor
considering-
personally, like a decent one.
If you're considering the Scorpio, like I'm definitely considering it. I won't make any final decisions without. I'm stuck. What's going on here? I won't make any final decisions obviously without a lot more information, but
Yeah, well,
that's like I'm not gonna get a Slim.
research.
I'm going to wait around for this more info on the Scorpio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna start putting money back
So
for
let's-
the Scorpio for sure.
Yeah, planning. So let's talk more about that one with more details on the ground.
Yep, I
We
assume
did
we'll-
forget to mention the software updates coming.
Yes, I have that written down too. Probably one of the biggest updates that we're going to get for a while. One of my more favourite updates. Like I have both consoles. I have a PlayStation as well as an Xbox, and one of the best features that they have, in my opinion, is the community. So you can create community groups where you can find people. Where you can find people anywhere. You can create your own group for whatever you want, absolutely anything. So the nearest, like the only thing I can compare it to right now is on Call of Duty Black Ops 3. They have the groups now where you can create a group, call it whatever you want, make it public, make it private, and you can invite loads of people to that. And it's just an easy way to find people interested in the same thing, you want to play the same thing. So it's going to be console related this time. That way you can use it for any games at all. And for me personally, again, bringing up a Call of Duty game is Zombies. And we swapped it at a really bad time now.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Yeah, so in Call of Duty Zombies, I love helping people complete their Easter eggs, and I hunt people down. Like if I have a day off work and I want to do zombies, I'll
how we
never
met.
do zombies. Yeah, like I'll never do zombies unless I have a purpose. So I used to go to trueachievements.com, and you're gonna drive, you just sit there.
People out.
Yeah, I just used to send people messages. Like even on the games, I would go into a zombies lobby and then back out like 50 times when my recent players was full. Send a message to all of them and just say, look, if you need some help, I'll help you. And now it's going to be that much easier with clubs because I can create my own groups. I could create like a zombie related club, and then anytime people wanted to play, they could just be in there and I could send them a message easily. So it's a great feature. It's definitely an update that I can't wait for. I don't know where they came from. We're dead. Okay, yeah, so the other one was LFG.
Yep. So we've been obviously using Reddit and other things for stuff like Destiny and
Just
Division.
most of them, yeah.
Looking for group for people who haven't ever done it before. If you ever need a pickup group for pretty much any game, you'll find one. You'll find a website, either Reddit or there's dedicated websites for like-minded people of similar levels that want to do the same raid or mission or whatever it be, zombies even, you know. But it's more, rather than obviously the club's dynamic, it's more instant. People are ready to go now when you need them.
Yes,
and
they're
you'll start
they're
straight away.
waiting.
So
And you can
you'll
search very specific details.
like the world's nerdiest Tinder, you can put up your level and your gear and everything else and what you need from the other players, and they will get back to you obviously within 2 to 5 minutes, and you
Yeah.
get straight into the game. The integration with this on the Xbox is important, how quickly people can get into parties together and stuff, but I think it's probably going to be fairly seamless.
I would assume so.
But it's great to have that inbuilt. It's you know, not typing people's gamer tags and stuff. It's extremely handy feature,
Yeah.
especially with console games moving more towards the always online, always co-op models.
Yeah, and one of the things that people, like I've heard of late, is people not having anyone to play with on certain games. And it is more and more common that
Yeah,
for
no
certain
one's
people.
online. I can't play this solo. I can't
Yeah.
do this on my own. So it is. It's a great feature. I mean the social updates, the software updates on the Xbox have just been going from strength to strength, in my opinion.
They have.
And I'm
They've-
glad they announced
they've
some
done
more
some great
stuff.
And with that is
the last one,
the third one, Arena.
tournaments.
I think it's called Arena. I'm
Cheerleading.
not 100% sure.
It is called Arena.
Is,
I think
is it
you're right
Arena?
now.
Yeah. So obviously, I think they have to wait until they partner up with certain companies. They can't just do it for everything.
Well, they said
but-
there's some grassroots competitions that they're going to run themselves.
Yeah.
Bragging rights and stuff and prizes every month. So it's
yeah.
the idea that everyone can dip their toe into the world of esports, is that you can get ranked and play tournaments.
Yeah. So the way it works is
From grassroots level.
go.
Sorry, go. Oh, sorry.
Anytime I don't shoot, just drive. Yeah. Yeah. So the way it works is, if you want to play a tournament for a specific game, you go to that game's game hub. So you just you hop over the game app, and then you press start, go to game hub, and then it will tell you whether or not there is a tournament. I can't get this thing. I hate when you glitch out like this.
No,
Right, go.
you got it.
Yeah, so you go to the game hub. If it has a tournament, it will say, and then you basically click on it. It'll give you the option to sign up, and then it'll tell you when the tournament's going to start. And so far, there's not much released. I think there's going to be some. Obviously, FIFA will be straight in there. Maybe some NFL games will probably be in there. They have confirmed, I believe, that Battlefield and maybe some other games from EA will be joining the fray as well.
Yeah, because
and
EA
it's-
are running their own solo tournaments, but they're also getting involved, I think,
They're
with the
getting-
Xbox
yeah.
side of things.
Yeah, coming up with that partnership again. Quite frankly, I think one of the if I was to ask for an Arena, I would probably be for Rocket League. I would
Yeah,
love to have that. Tournament's
agreed.
just coming up, you know, like that would be so much fun. I don't think we'd ever get off of it, but
No,
yeah,
highly
that,
addictive.
those 3 updates are definitely going to make a big difference, I believe. I couldn't see where you're coming from. Just leg it. I'm never going to get these. Go, go, go. Where are they coming from? If you're saying 6 o'clock, so I'm looking at
That's,
6 o'clock and they're coming from like 5 different angles.
Just with a mention of Rocket League, obviously Psyonix weren't really at E3. Just want to give them a big shout out. That Rocket League has been a very big part of this year for me.
Yeah, same.
Fantastic game. Highly addictive, you know, and like for someone who doesn't necessarily like sports games, it's really brought a lot of fun to a semi-sports game, you know.
Yeah. And
But yeah, so with the arenas, the idea of competing at any level is kind of open to everyone, and that's fantastic.
yeah, and that's why they're doing it. You know, like one of the biggest feedbacks that people are getting is that, you know, all the MLG tournaments and stuff are for hardcore pros, and, you know, all the people who are competing for that $1 million prize and stuff. You know, so the arenas is coming in for the casual player.
People that aren't afraid of Adderall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
it's a great
yeah,
idea.
it's for anyone. That's about it for announcements, I think.
I think so. The only other thing that we never spoke about was the Oculus, which they showed off some more Minecraft, which was cool. Again, they'll probably be announcing more of that soon because we don't have a that much information.
They
on it, I
announced a
don't
lot
believe.
for Minecraft.
Minecraft did get a
We're
lot.
not really
Yeah,
qualified to talk about it.
we're
don't-
you know
don't
if
care.
Chris stayed around, he could have spoke about it, I guess, because he's played it. But or if Andy was here, Andy's a bit of a Minecraft genius. The only thing I know about
But
it
I'm
is that it's going to be cross-platform with the PC and whatnot.
But I'm sure you have if Minecraft is your thing, I'm sure you have a lot of content creators out there who are talking about it. So you don't need us just rambling through something we know nothing about.
Yeah, don't want to spoil it for you. Like, we don't want to ruin your game.
Yeah, ruined a good day with talking bullshit.
Yeah,
But yeah, so obviously VR integration and stuff going forward is going to be a big part of every platform, regardless of what way we look at it.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. 5 years down the line, we're all gonna have VR. We're gonna be, we're gonna be
We're
neck
just gonna
deep
be
in it.
in pods of aqueous fluid just
Yeah.
floating around the world. What a future. So highlights for you? Maybe a couple for me.
Highlights. I think I have a few for different reasons. That's my thing. I don't have favorites. I don't have individual highlights. But
I don't.
to be honest,
You go ahead.
like we said earlier, Forza Horizon 3, Forza, and Dead Rising 4, I guess, and State of Decay 2, 3 games that we knew there were probably going to be sequels, but we had no idea they were coming right then. They all
Yeah.
took us by surprise. Like, I was not expecting them at all, and the trailers for each of them were great, and the announcements and the details that we have so far are awesome, and I'm looking forward to every one of them. But on the whole, again, I think I'm most looking forward to Sea of Thieves, if I have to pick one.
Fair enough. Please just keep getting us. It's ridiculous.
We're not very good at doing 2 things at once, and you're a terrible driver.
Shut up.
See, it's solo. This is easy.
I don't care. I haven't really been paying attention since we started talking.
No.
For me, I really enjoyed the Forza reveal. I really enjoyed seeing the Slim. I really enjoyed the idea of Project Scorpio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm going to give my runaway winner to Sea of Thieves as well. The gameplay was just exciting.
Yeah.
I really,
And the
You know,
fact
I'm
that
looking forward to
they
playing
chucked
that
them
game.
people in to play it, and they showed us, like you said, they were probably paid to
Discovery.
be so much enthusiastic, but they did. They showed off a fair part of the game, and they showed what we can expect. And yeah, so other than that, yeah, We Happy Few, definitely the best trailer.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
I forgot about We Happy Few. We Happy Few was definitely my biggest highlight.
I was
Fuck
going
you,
to call it
Sea of
out,
Thieves.
but
You're off the
yeah.
list, you dickhead. Yeah, no. We Happy Few, I cannot wait. That's exactly my type of fucking game.
terrified of Resident Evil, but you love creepy, weird nonsense.
Yeah, I like, fucking H.G. Wells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu. I like that. I like uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Pregnant
Yeah,
pauses.
that's probably a good word.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't like getting axe murdered. That's not my thing. Sorry. So yeah, that wraps up Microsoft. Fucking great conference. A lot to kind of divulge, a lot to pick through, to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Bi-
I
big
think
year ahead.
I think I underestimated the Microsoft conference because this is the first year I watched them all, and when you're watching one, you've still got the other conferences in the back of your head. You kind of take for granted a little bit about what's going on in front of you. So after I watched the daily shows, like half of these games I forgot even were at the show. Like I was too excited. Every time a new thing came along, that's all I was focusing on. But yeah, Microsoft had a lot to offer, and for once, I think their E3 was flawless. I think they had a really good one.
Yeah,
And I'm happy they did.
I agree. That's about it, because it's already gone on way too long.
This is a very long conference, a very long podcast even.
The
yeah,
podcast
so-
is much longer than the conference, in fact.
Yeah.
I think you'll find.
This is how the conference should have gone. Without any gameplay.
Just on for
talking.
days, months, years even.
Yeah, but yeah, if you tune in, we appreciate it. We thank you if you watch the whole video because it is very long. But we have detailed everything from the conference as best we can. And you're just sitting here, let us take a beating again. It's fine.
I love getting beaten. Go on.
Can't hit the scroll. Just leave that. Okay. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it very much. We thanks Chris again for joining us early on and providing us the information on a game that we've never played. So it's nice of him. Oh. And I want to thank my brother in the chat for making my life a misery.
He's a good man.
Yeah. We'll have to find some of these games to play, Mike. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next conference podcast.
See you soon, guys.
Situation.